Hello, my name is Calrie Marsh, and I'm an attorney who practices in the area of bar admission. Today, I want to talk about the top 5 things that you should be focusing on when completing your Florida bar application. The first issue is candor. Now, candor, if you don't know the definition, you should, as a law student, research, look it up, case law, Black's Law Dictionary. But candor essentially is telling the complete truth, including the details, sufficient that the audience or the person you're presenting the information to has a complete picture of what occurred and can assess your character. Now, in terms of the application process, that means you're going to be revealing information that even that may be detrimental to you. It may be humiliating, it may be embarrassing, it may be uncomfortable, but this is the training ground for if you are admitted to the bar, you will have to be candid to the court, you'll have to be candid to opposing counsel, and you will have to be candid to your clients. So the Board of Bar Examiners requires absolute candor, and if you fail to disclose information and the bar finds out and the board finds out, then you will be subject to further investigation and potential delay in admission or denial of admission. Number 2 is finances. Now, finances are a big deal because if you are allowed to practice law, you are given the ability, the access to client information, client funds, and the Florida Board of Bar Examiners wants to be assured that you can be trusted to handle other people's finances. If you're not able to manage your own finances, how are you going to be able to manage a trust account, client funds, and also if you're in dire financial straits, then you may get desperate and want to dip into client funds. And the Florida Bar has strict regulations regarding not just managing trust accounts, but record keeping for trust accounts. And this is one of those areas where disbarment occurs, permanent or temporary disbarment, but this is a serious issue. And if you read the Florida Bar Journal, look up some of the cases where lawyers have been disciplined, this is a hot topic. Number 3, criminal history. Now, criminal history is important, and I put it after finances because the board expects that if you've lived any kind of life, you have encountered some law enforcement contact. It could be a speeding ticket, it could be a violation of an ordinance, it could be a DUI, but chances are you've had some law enforcement contact, and the board wants to know about it. The reason why they want to know about it is because you would be charged with upholding the law and obeying the law. And if you can't do that in your personal life, again, how and why should the board be assured that you will be able to do that as a licensed attorney? So anything dealing with the criminal justice system, speeding tickets that are over a certain amount, so over $200, reckless speeding, traffic violations that are moving violations. This does not include parking tickets, DUIs, trespassing, petty theft. These are some of the things that I've come across in my practice, but any criminal history will be required to be disclosed. And the thing with the criminal history portion is that a lot of people feel shame, remorse regarding their past actions, and want to cover it up or hide it. And I can assure you that the cover-up is always worse than the crime itself. And the cover-up then goes back to issue number 1, which is candor. And if you're violating that issue and you have a lack of candor in your application for something that the board sees as a part of growing up or a part of your history, then you're going to be in a world of hurt more so than if you disclose it. The cover-up is always worse than the crime. Number 4, mental health, which includes diagnosis for schizophrenia, bipolar disease, major depressive disorder, and alcohol dependency, drug abuse and dependency. And the board wants to know about these issues because the standard is, does any of these diagnoses or issues impair your ability to practice law? Again, the board's job is to protect the public, to make sure that applicants who are recommended for admission have the requisite character and fitness to practice law. And when applicants become attorneys who don't have those requisite characteristics, then they may cause harm to the public. And mental health is not a per se disqualification, but it is an inquiry that is done by the Board of Bar Examiners, and it requires you, again, to be completely candid. And more often than not, you may be a candidate for conditional admission where monitoring for 3 to 5 years is an option. You may have to undergo a medical evaluation just to confirm that your diagnosis does not impair your ability to practice law or will not impair your ability to practice law. But again, this is something that should be disclosed, and this is an inquiry that's paramount to the board's background investigation. Number 5, educational discipline. Educational discipline is something that a lot of people miss or misjudge as important for disclosure. And that's because it could include academic dishonesty, being caught cheating on an exam, plagiarism. It could also be probation, academic probation, but it could also be a conduct issue, meaning that you got written up on the dorm for having contraband, whether it's drugs or drug paraphernalia, or violent actions towards other students. But anything that you were disciplined for or written up for or accused of during your undergrad or law school career. Some people apply to law school after going to other graduate programs. So anything that could be considered educational discipline should be disclosed on your bar application and is a part of the board's inquiry into your character and fitness. So these are the top 5 issues that you should be focused on when completing your bar application. If you have any questions or doubt about any of these issues, then you may need to consult an attorney to help you navigate and complete your bar application. I hope that you find this video helpful. If so, please like, subscribe, share with others, and I hope to see you again in the next video.